everyone, this short video is to just explain when is the best time to use elimination and when is the best time to use substitution. Now remember that each way works no matter what, as long as you have your equations set up in the right way. So I want to talk about how the equations look automatically, and if you would prefer to do it one way versus the other, how you could manipulate the equations to have it be your preferred way. So if you are given a system of equations that looks like this, here's what I notice. I notice that one equation has the x and the y's on the same side, and the other one does not. I see that in this equation, x is already alone. So if you ever have a situation where a variable is alone, the easiest way to do it is substitution. I'm not going to show you how to do it. However, if you like substitution, you want your equations to look just like this, having a variable alone. But if you don't like substitution and you would prefer elimination, what could you do? We can change this second equation and we can move some things around to make sure that our equations are lined up. So what we would need to do is I would need to make sure that my x and my y are on the same side and they are lined up directly under this x and this y. So what would I have to do? I'd have to move this y, 3y, to the other side. And to move it to the other side, we do the opposite. So minus 3y on both sides. And here's how that second equation would look. X minus 3y equals 2. And I notice that that is lined up exactly right on top of the other one. And then I could move forward and do elimination because now my x's and my y's are in the correct spot. If you're given a system of equations that looks like this, what I notice is that my x's and my y's are all exactly lined up perfectly. And so what that tells me is that the easiest way to do this is elimination. You can automatically just look to see which variable you can cancel out and move forward doing elimination. However, if you don't like an elimination and you'd rather do substitution, we can also make that work. So what you'd have to do is choose one of your equations and get any of your variables alone. It doesn't really matter which one. So let's say, for example, I choose the second equation and I want to solve for x. Again, it doesn't matter. You can choose x or y in either equation. I'm going to just rewrite this. And I want to get x alone. So I would have to move the 8y to the other side by subtracting. So those cancel out. 4x equals negative 8y plus 24. And then x is still not alone. So I'd have to divide all these by 4. So x equals, and if I simplify, negative 2y plus 6. And then I could use this equation to help me with my substitution. Again, that's only if you would prefer to do substitution. Hopefully this is helpful for you guys to distinguish which way is easiest to do substitution and elimination.